What if I told you that the source of your unhappiness isn't what you think it is? That despite all your efforts to find contentment through achievements, relationships, and possessions, you're looking in all the wrong places? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a truth that might be uncomfortable but could completely transform your life. Drawing from ancient Stoic wisdom that's more relevant now than ever, we're going to explore why you might still be unhappy despite having so much, and what you can do about it. This isn't about quick fixes or temporary solutions. This is a wake-up cologne that the ancient Stoics would give you if they were here today. Let's start with the most fundamental mistake almost everyone makes: believing that external circumstances determine your happiness. We live in a world constantly telling us that happiness lies just beyond the next achievement. Once I get that promotion, when I finally find the right partner, if I could just afford that house, after I reach my goal weight. The ancient Stoics identified this as the primary source of human suffering. Epictetus, who began life as a slave and became one of history's greatest philosophers, said, "It's not things that upset us, but our judgments about things." Think about it right now. Someone with half of what you have is deeply content, while someone with twice as much is miserable. How is this possible if external circumstances determine happiness? The first Stoic wake-up call is this: external achievements and possessions might bring temporary pleasure, but they cannot deliver lasting happiness, because happiness is an inside job. You've been sold a lie that happiness comes from outside yourself. It doesn't, and until you truly grasp this, you'll remain trapped in an endless cycle of temporary satisfaction followed by renewed emptiness. The second reason you might be unhappy: the gap between your expectations and reality. The Stoics practice something revolutionary that most of us never consider: negative visualization. Instead of constantly expecting the best outcomes, they regularly contemplated what could go wrong. This isn't pessimism, it's preparation. When you expect everything to go perfectly, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. But when you consider potential challenges beforehand, you're more resilient when they arrive. As Seneca put it, "He who fears he will suffer already suffers from his fear." Your expectations create your disappointments. The person who expects to hit every green light will be frustrated by normal traffic, while the person who leaves early, expecting delays, arrives stress-free. Ask yourself, how many of your bad days were just good days that didn't meet unrealistic expectations? The third Stoic wake-up call might be the most powerful of all. You're trying to control things you cannot control, while neglecting what you actually can control. What I can control, what I cannot control. Epictetus laid this out clearly. Some things are within our power, while others are not. Within our power are opinion, motivation, desire, aversion, and, in a word, whatever is of our own doing. Not within our power are our body, our property, reputation, office, and, in a word, whatever is not of our own doing. When you invest your happiness in things outside your control, you surrender your peace of mind to external forces. You become a victim of circumstance rather than the architect of your experience. The paradox is that by focusing only on what you can control your judgments, decisions, and actions, you actually gain more influence over your life than when desperately trying to control everything. This simple shift in focus from external circumstances to internal response ceases what the Stoics considered the path to true freedom. Here's where modern life directly contradicts ancient wisdom. We've been taught that comfort equals happiness, when in fact, the opposite is often true. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort, deliberately placing themselves in challenging situations to build resilience. Seneca, despite being one of Rome's wealthiest men, regularly practiced poverty. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of Rome, slept on a hard floor some nights. Why would these successful people deliberately make themselves uncomfortable? Because they understood something we've forgotten. Resilience is built through challenge, not comfort. Every time you choose the comfortable option avoiding difficult conversations, physical exertion, or intellectual challenges, you're actually weakening your capacity for happiness. The uncomfortable truth is that your pursuit of comfort is making you soft, easily disturbed by minor inconveniences, and ultimately, more unhappy. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." So if external achievements, unrealistic expectations, trying to control the uncontrollable, and excessive comfort are keeping you unhappy, what's the alternative? The Stoic path to happiness includes 1. Focus inward. Cultivate your character rather than your circumstances. Ask not, "What can I get?" but "Who can I become?" 2. Practice negative visualization. Regularly contemplate losing what you value to deepen your appreciation for what you have right now. 3. Define your sphere of control. Invest your energy only where you have genuine influence your judgments, actions, and responses. 4. Embrace discomfort. Deliberately seek challenges that build resilience rather than avoiding everything difficult. These aren't theoretical concepts. They're practical tools that have withstood 2,000 years of human experience. And they work because they align with a fundamental truth about human nature. We find purpose in challenge, meaning in difficulty, and growth in discomfort. This Stoic wake-up call isn't about adding more complexity to your life. It's about stripping away the unnecessary and focusing on what truly matters. Your happiness isn't waiting for you in some future achievement or acquisition. It's available now, through the cultivation of wisdom, self-discipline, courage, and justice, the 4 Stoic virtues. If this perspective resonates with you, I challenge you to apply just one Stoic principle this week. In the comments below, share which one you'll be practicing and why. If you found value in this Stoic wake-up call, support the channel by subscribing and hitting the notification bell. Our next video will explore practical Stoic exercises you can implement daily. Remember, as Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that matters."